Hey guys, what is up? We're doing August 4th daily puzzle. Let's do it. Alright, here we can see that, well, I highly doubt you'll get in any position like this, but, here it is. And we see two rooks that are completely trapped, pretty much. Well, one's pretty free, has an open file all to himself. There's a knight, black knight, but all of these pieces are on the edge. More importantly, they're all clumped together, and so that's why I feel like white might have a good chance of maybe forming some sort of stalemate or a draw. So here clearly we can see this pawn on the a file, and we probably think, okay, maybe we should start pushing it so that maybe it can become a queen, and then the queen could be traded for these two rooks maybe, and then maybe we could trade this knight for these two pawns and then eventually form a draw. So that's probably the strategy here. Maybe we want to trade this knight for these three pawns and sorry, I don't know what happened to me, and promote to a queen to trade off both rooks. So the move would probably most likely be a7. So I'm gonna go with that. All right, that was correct. All right, next move. Here we can see rook g5. This is kind of unexpected, but it's the only way of black to barrage us with a couple of checks before we promote that queen or try to promote that queen. Notice, there's only one way in blocking that promotion, and that is to get the king and the knight off that file. And in order to get that king and the knight off that file, you need to first move that knight to form a check, and then probably castle. We always have to assume that they can castle. That's key in chess studies and tactics. You always have to assume that you can castle. All right, here I think the clear move is to take. If we move anywhere else, I think that rook just keeps on checking us or takes our knight. All right, so we're going to take the rook. All right, so that knight came out of the way. Notice black is preparing for castle. So we got to move somewhere where our king cannot move, basically. Okay, so there are a couple options here. Basically, try to immobilize ourselves, try to put us on the edge. There's king f6 and king h6. Putting us on f6 is a little, I don't think it'll form a draw that easily because, you could still go to potential squares like e5 and f5, and I feel like h6 is much better because you're forced to go to h5. H6 only limits you to one square. I feel like the odds are better with h6. Also, with h6 after castles, we're pretty much setting ourselves up for stalemate. After we can use this knight to maybe come to like f6 or e7 and check that king while it's castled. And yeah, so I think king h6 is the right move. Nice. All right, so here we can't, black has stopped our chances of promoting anytime soon, but we're trying to aim for a draw. So I think knight e7 would do it. I think knight e7 is a great move, especially since king has to follow up with h8. So this king moves to h8. And then after knight e7, king h8, we can move to g6. And notice what we're doing is we're forking that rook and the king. So if the king moves, the rook will be captured and we will promote that pawn. But even if we were to fork, there are these two hungry pawns that want to take us, right? And if they take us, if either pawn takes our knight, then the pawn on the g6 square would then also attack the h4 square, meaning our king is completely trapped and cannot move. And the only piece that could move would be the pawn. So I think the move is knight e7. Knight f6, not many chances of getting a pawn to g6 to attack h4. Knight e7, knight g6, and it is pretty forced. I'm liking our chances. Alright, black decided to take with the f-pawn. Notice our king is completely immobilized. It cannot move, and therefore we are forced to play a pawn promotion. Now, it is up to us to promote to a queen, or a rook, or a bishop, or a knight. I think that promoting to a queen is our best option. Promoting to a rook, black would be fine just simply moving the g-pawn to maybe g5 or something like that, you know. I think promoting to a rook is just winning for black. You know, you want to make it a draw, you're going to have to promote to something a little more weighted, and that is a queen. Yeah. All right, that is solved. Notice after rook takes queen, this is a complete stalemate. None of our pieces can move, and therefore it is a draw. All right, I hope you enjoyed that tactic. It was a pretty good stalemate, you know. Just remember, guys, whenever we are losing, you know, always aim for that draw. Strive for the best possible outcome. You know, a loss is, you know, you can take it, but a draw could be successful in some areas, you know. So a draw is always better than a loss. That's what I'm saying.